Cybersecurity can seem complex, but understanding a few key terms: vulnerability, threat, risk, and exploitation give you a solid foundation. Think of them as pieces of a puzzle that define how attacks happen and how to stop them. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how these concepts connect, and I'll throw in some real-world and web app examples to make it crystal clear. What is a vulnerability? A vulnerability is a weakness or flaw in a system, process, or code that could be exploited. Think of it like leaving a window open in your house. It's not inherently harmful, but it gives an intruder an opportunity to break in. In web applications, a vulnerability could be a SQL injection flaw. Imagine an input field that doesn't properly validate user input. Attackers can use that to manipulate the database. What is a threat? A threat is anything that can exploit a vulnerability to cause harm. It could be a hacker, malware, or even natural disasters. In our house analogy, the burglar represents the threat. They're the ones looking for an opportunity to use that open window. In cybersecurity, a threat could be a hacker attempting to exploit unpatched software or an insider leaking sensitive data. What is a risk? Risk is the potential for loss or damage when a threat exploits a vulnerability. It's like asking, what are the chances that the burglar will actually use the open window to get inside, and what's the impact if they do? In a web application, risk could be measured as the likelihood of a hacker exploiting a SQL injection vulnerability and the potential damage, like exposing sensitive customer data. What is an exploit? An exploit is the actual method or tool a threat uses to take advantage of a vulnerability. It's the act of breaking in. In our example, the burglar might use a ladder to climb through the window. That's the exploit. In the cybersecurity world, an exploit could be a piece of code or malware designed to execute the SQL injection and extract sensitive information from your database. So, how do all these work together? Vulnerability. The weakness, like the open window. Threat. The potential attacker, the burglar. Risk. The likelihood and impact of an attack, chance of the break-in and the damage. Exploit. The method used to attack, the ladder to climb in. Without vulnerabilities, threats can't exploit your system. And by managing risks like locking your windows, you reduce the chances of an attack. Understanding these concepts is the first step in securing your systems. By identifying vulnerabilities, mitigating risks, and staying ahead of threats, you can protect yourself and your applications. Thanks for joining me on this journey into cybersecurity. If you found this video helpful and want to stay one step ahead in protecting your applications and systems, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Security Masterclass channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update, because your security is only as strong as your knowledge.